Good morning, students. So far, we discussed the concept of political system in development of societies, and we discussed the definition and the characteristics and nature of political system, and ideas of political systems learnt from the history. So now, let us look at the concept of typologies of government. So, what are the different typologies of government, and what is supranational political system, national political system, subnational political systems, and their kinds. Let us look at these concepts today. So, the most important type of political system in the modern world is a nation-state political system. The world today is divided territorially into 190 countries, in each of which a national government claims to exercise its power or its authority and seeks to compel obedience by its will by its citizens. This fact of the world's political organization suggests the distinction employed in this among supranational, national, and subnational political systems. So the most common form of the modern world's political system is a nation-state political system. Generally, all the countries you will find states and nations. So national government, it seeks to exercise its power of final power and authority, so that it seeks obedience from its people. And the typologies of government are supranational, national, and subnational. So now let us look at the concept of supranational political system and its kinds. The formation of supranational political system is a principal result of the division of the world into number of separate national entities. The world is divided into various countries. The supranational political system is a principal result of the division of the world into various national entities or states, and these have contact with one another, and they share some common goals or needs and face common threats. In some cases, the alliances of the countries or nations or states and their relationships are short-lived and fail to result in significant institutional development. But in some other cases, they lead to interstate organizations and establish peaceful relationships among their alliances. And there are four types of supranational political systems. The first one is empires. Second one is leagues. Third one is federations and confederations. Fourth one is United Nations organizations. So this supranational political system, it is with alliances of various states or various countries. So empires, the first kind of supranational political system is empire. Empires are composed of people of different cultures and ethnic backgrounds. All empires are ultimately held together by coercion and the threat of forcible reconquest. So here we need to find empire. The primary instrument of empire is a force. Therefore, in the history, we can find the multi-ethnic empires that were governed peacefully, and there were considerable periods of times in history by these empires. If you look at the ancient history, we'll find great empires like Egypt, China, Persia, and Imperial Rome, whose aristocratic regimes provided relatively stable government for many subjects peoples in immense territories and over centuries. So we'll find these great empires. So the empires were the supranational political systems. The best examples of supranational political systems of empires are Egypt, China, and Persia, and Rome, and they provided peaceful government and stable government for centuries together. In the recent times, in contrast to the empires, we can find the emergence of colonial empires or colonial empires. So, for example, people by immigrants, they come from the mother country and they form their political structure in other country, that we call them as colonies, colonial or colonies. So this we can find in the modern period, especially in the 21st century or 20th century, is another form of empires. The second type of supranational political system is what is called leagues. Leagues, one of the commonest forms of supranational organization or supranational political system in history, that was leagues, generally composed of states seeking to resist some common military or economic threat by combining their forces. So this was the case with the early leagues such as the Athenian and Etonian leagues in the Greek. So the common form of this is to resist some military or economic threats by combining their forces. And the best examples of this kind is Hanseatic League in Europe, Swabian leagues in Europe, Swabian and Hanseatic in Europe are the best examples of this kind. And the third kind of supranational political systems is confederations and federations. Confederations are voluntary associations of independent states to secure some common purpose and to agree to certain limitations on their freedom of action, and establish some joint machinery of consultation or deliberation. So the term federation is used to refer to groupings of states, often on regional basis, that are established for the central executive machinery to implement policies or to supervise joint activities. So historically, we can find some of the best examples of confederations and federations. Germany's modern confederation is one of the best examples of confederations, and we can find modern Switzerland was another example of confederation and federations, and the Commonwealth is another example where we can find Commonwealth countries to decentralize and disintegration of the empire, and we can find the state of Westminster, another example of confederation and confederation. And European Union is the most famous example, is one of the finest examples of confederations and federations, where we can find certain examples like European Community, European Economic Community, European Atomic Energy, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization are the best examples of confederations and federations. The fourth category of supranational political systems is what is the United Nations organizations, that is what is UNO. The most famous supranational political systems, United Nations organization, it is completely against the conventional classifications of systems. It was an voluntary association of the world's nation states. Its members had grown from 51 to 190 by the early 21st century. The United Nations was founded in 1945 and declared war against Germany and Japan. The purpose of this association or organization is declared is to maintain international peace and security, the development of friendly relations among states, and international cooperation in solving the political, economic, social, cultural and humanitarian problems of the world. And some of the other organizations also are attached to UNO. They are Food and Agriculture Organization, International Atomic Energy Agency, International Civil Aviation Organization, International Labour Organization, International Monetary Fund, International Telecommunications Union, Universal Postal Union, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, World Health Organization, World Trade Organization, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So these are all. So this is all about United Nations organizations. So in typologies of government, first one is supranational political system. Supranational political system is a combination of different countries that are aligned to to reach certain targets. So there are four kinds of supranational political systems: empires, leagues, confederations and federations, and last one is United Nations organizations. Thank you.